Hansle Parchment of Jamaica, arguably Grant Holloway of the United States' greatest fear, certainly one of his top two greatest fears, begins his quest to defend his Tokyo 2020 men's 110-meter hurdles title in this year's Paris Olympic Games in Xiamen, China tomorrow on the 20th. Will he succeed? Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. This once a day here in Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button and finally leave your thoughts. So, ready? Yep, good to go. Grant Holloway begins the title defense of his Tokyo 2020 win in the men's 110-meter hurdles at the upcoming Paris Olympic Games. He begins this quest, opening his season tomorrow in Xiamen, China. Now, I am of the opinion that there are two men who can stop Grant Holloway of the United States' hope to win his first gold medal in the men's 110-meter hurdles in this year's Paris Olympic Games. And one of them, I believe, is the nightmare, certainly one of the greatest fears of Grant Holloway. And that has to be this young man, Hansle Parchment. Hansle Parchment turned the tide against Holloway in the finals of the Diamond League to take the title in the men's 110 meters hurdles. So front and center in the mind of Grant Holloway, I'm pretty certain if he has nightmares in the night, I'm certain one of the persons he has nightmares about has to be this young man, Hansle Parchment, who has on several occasions denied him his quest to become one of the greatest, if not the greatest, hurdler all time. Now available, Peter Lloyd World t-shirts with "Yep, good to go" and "Bless up" on the highest quality t-shirts. You can get long sleeve, short sleeve, any size and or color you choose. We have them cut for women and for men. So if you want to support the channel, keep us glowing, keep us growing, keep the best in sports happening, get your Peter Lloyd World t-shirt, because you Royals are truly the best. And yes, Grant Holloway did defeat Hansle Parchment in the finals of the World Championships held in Budapest 2023 in the men's 110-meter hurdles. Running Parchment, that is, into a second place win. Parchment took silver, Holloway took gold.
And they're away. It's a clean start, great start from Daniel Roberts, but he knows he can be shaky in the second half of the race. Grant Holloway looks home and dry. Can the American make a hat-trick of titles? Grant Holloway has nobody but the hurdles to race again. He wasn't again.
But when it comes to Olympic gold, it has been Hansle Parchment who stopped him. Tokyo 2020 Olympics, Parchment came in as a possible winner, but all money and all bets were on Grant Holloway. It was Parchment who took the coveted Tokyo 2020 Olympic gold medal in the men 110 meters hurdles.
Gold. And from the guy who's been here before and knows what an Olympic final feels like, Parchment.
So Parchment, the bane of Grant Holloway, one of the two banes of Holloway, and Jamaica's Orlando Bennett begin their 2024 outdoor season officially in the Xiamen Diamond Leagues happening in China tomorrow, the 20th of April. Of course, we'll be covering. I think, however, it's Daniel Roberts and Cordell Tinch of the United States who are the persons that Parchment will have to look out for. Now, I'm not certain if Parchment is going to win this because he generally starts kind of, slowly and then sort of builds momentum. So why do I reference him as the greatest fear of Holloway? Is it dramatic? I mean, am I just trying to find something for you to click on the video? Now this, of course, is my 2 cents. He is. There are two people that Grant Holloway has nightmares about when it comes to the men's 110 meter hurdles, and none of them are USA athletes. They are Hansle Parchment and Rasheed Broadbell of Jamaica. Both men have repeatedly trounced this remarkable hurdler, Grant Holloway, and on the big stage and the big occasions outside of World Championships, Hansle Parchment has consistently denied it. Parchment last year in the finals of the Budapest Men's 110 meter hurdles World Championship 2023 was just recovering from injury. He had been injured all year. And in the year before, in 2022, when he would have clearly won, no one would have told me that he would have lost. There would have been almost no way he would have lost. He was injured moments before the start of the finals. So, I don't know, maybe Hansle Parchment is not destined. I'm not going to say it, but I don't know, maybe it's not one of those things where World Championships is not his thing. But on every other occasion where it matters, Diamond League final, Olympic Games, Hansle Parchment has always been able to catch and pass Grant Holloway. The general reasons why Holloway tends to win when he lines up against Hansle Parchment, and don't get me wrong, Grant Holloway is an incredible athlete and certainly should be in the hall in the halls of one of the greatest, and some could even argue maybe the greatest hurdler all time. But I really think that if he fears anyone, he fears Hansle Parchment. Parchment's greatest challenge as a hurdler is his starts are horrible. But his starts are horrible because he's extremely tall and he's much bigger than Holloway in terms of the sheer body weight. So like a locomotive, it takes him a lot longer to get started and then get to top end speed. But once he gets to top end speed, I am of the opinion that the only person who can probably really challenge him is Rasheed Broadbell, not Holloway. Holloway gets out of the blocks fast and he's a brilliant tactician, brilliant technician also, incredible athlete. But I know deep in his thoughts when he's alone, there are only two athletes that he's genuinely worried about who could deny him his gold medal in Paris. And one of them has got to be Hansle Parchment and the other is Rasheed Broadbell. So I genuinely believe that I have the numbers and stats to prove what I'm saying. Outside of the World Championships and the 60 meter hurdles dash, Holloway can't beat this gentleman. If Hansle Parchment is in form and Holloway is at his best, I'm always going to be betting my money, and I don't bet on Hansle Parchment. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts. Do you believe that Holloway stays up at nights, or when he's alone and no one else is around, do you think one of the persons he really worries about who could deny him that gold medal in Paris is this gentleman, Hansle Parchment? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And I'm going to say it again, I am a huge fan of Grant Holloway. He's an amazing athlete, absolutely amazing. But let's face it, there have been 2 people who have been beating him consistently for the last 3 to 4 years, and they're both Jamaicans. Rasheed Broadbell, and more than anyone else, this gentleman, Hansle Parchment, whose PB, I believe, is 12.93. That's terrifyingly fast. Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, the like button. Remember, your royals, kings, and queens. Bless up!